Hey there, this is Andrew, and I'm bringing you what might be my last Vault Master deck opening. We'll see. So this is a Keyforge deck opening. Vault Master is a special deck that a special series you can't, you theoretically had to go to a Vault Tour to get. They sold some at Worlds too, which makes sense. And there were no new cards in the set, but there were it is a new mixture of cards that wasn't available any other way, so that's pretty cool. This one is called Master Ozias Craon. It has Dis, Mars, and Untamed. Yeah, we'll see. This should be interesting. Still don't even really know what to expect from Vault Master. Oh, Creeping Oblivion. That's interesting. It's an action with an amber that says play, purge up to 2 cards from a discard pile. Okay, that's fun. We have No Name, who is a 1-power demon that gets +1 power for each purged card. And when you play Fight or Reap with No Name, you purge a card in a discard pile. That's very interesting. Drumble is a 2-power imp with elusive that says play. If your opponent has 7 or more, capture all of it, all their amber. Okay, these are some interesting cards. Creeping Oblivion and Drumble, both Coda era cards, and then No Name first showed up in Worlds Collide. Obsidian Forge is an artifact with an amber. It's an item. When you action it, you destroy any number of friendly creatures, and then you must forge a key at +6 the current cost, reduced by 1 for each creature controlled this way. If you forge a key this way, you destroy Obsidian Forge, but not purge it. Nice key cheat there. Cool. I'm liking this so far. We've got Snag, a 5-power demon with after fight, your opponent must choose the house of the creature Snag fights as their active house on their next turn. Okay. Tentacus is a 5-power demon that says your opponent must pay you 1 amber in order to use an artifact. That's interesting. Dust Imp is a 2-power imp with destroyed gain 2. Nice amber generation there. Got a second one of those. Happy to see that. Then a Gub, who's a 1-power demon who, while it's on a flank, gets 5 power and taunt, +5 power and taunt. Okay, interesting creatures here. We have a second Gub. An Unlocked Gateway, that's an action with Omega, so after you play it, you end the step. You don't get to play more cards after this. And when you play it, you destroy each creature. We've got 2 of those. Big board wipes. All right, that is an interesting Dis setup. Okay. Not totally sure how I feel about it. I think it's a little low on it. Well, has those dust imps though. I was going to say it's low on amber generation, but it has those dust imps. What it is a little low on is control, which is what I look for in Dis, but there's board control. Just I want a little more player control usually. All right, in Mars, we've got Ixlix Stem Rager, who's a 4-power soldier Martian with 2 armor. After it fights, you deal 2 damage to a creature and move it to either flank of its controller's battle line. It's fine. Blipip, on the other hand, is pretty cool if it can stay alive. It's a 2-power Martian scientist with After Reap. The next Mars creature you play this turn enters play ready. That's fun. Containment Field is an upgrade that says after this creature is used, destroy it. Crystal Hive is an artifact and location that says action for the remainder of the turn, gain 1 after a creature reaps. Ooh, we've got Destroy Them All, an action that says destroy an artifact, creature, and upgrade. Nizic Resonator boosts the key cost. It's a 2-power soldier Martian with 1 armor that says for each neighbor it has, your opponent's keys cost +2. We've got Uxlix the Zookeeper, a 2-power Martian scientist with elusive. After it reaps, you put an enemy creature into your archives. If it leaves your archives, it is put into its owner's hand instead. Of course, we've got 2 of those. Where's our Ironics Rebel here? Glixel Proliferator is a 3-power soldier and Martian. After it reaps, if it's on a flank, you archive a Mars card from your discard pile. That's pretty cool. We've got Mars First. That's a good one to get. It's an action with an amber. When you play it, you ready and use a friendly Mars creature. You cannot archive the Mars First with your Glixel Proliferator Reap from playing Mars First, because this actually came up in Store Champs recently in a game I played. I ended up losing anyway, but my opponent thought that they could Mars first their proliferator, reap, and archive the Mars first. But it doesn't work that way, because when you play the Mars first, you play it, it's in play, it's being resolved. You ready and reap with the Glixel proliferator. Now you need to do the after reap effect, archive a card, and only then are you done doing the Mars first instructions, and then you get to the bottom and discard the Mars first. So it just doesn't quite work the way you would want, but it is still great. Xanthix Harvester is a beast, 2/3 power beast. This one got an Amber pip on it, enhanced, and it can't be used while it has a non-Mars neighbor. After it is used, after it reaps, you gain an Amber. Then we have Zizix the Mini, 3 power soldier Martian with after fight or reap. You may reveal a creature from your hand. If you do, archive it and give Zizix the Mini 3/1 power counters. By the way, you could, back to the Mars first situation, you could play Blipip, Mars first the Blipip, ready reap. Mars first is now in your discard pile, and then Glixel Proliferator comes into play ready, and then can reap to archive the Mars first. So there is a way you could do that all in one turn, but you need the Blipip as well. Okay, on to Untamed. We have Halakor, who's a 4-power beast that says that each friendly flank creature gains Skirmish. Pampaka Jaga, interesting, a 3-power beast with Skirmish that says creatures to the left of it in the battle line gain Skirmish. That probably means if you're playing this deck, you want to put Glixel Proliferator on the, maybe to the right of the Pampaka Jaga, actually, because you're not going to fight with it. But everything else goes to the left, I guess. That's interesting. Then we have Ritual of Balance. It's an artifact and power. If your opponent has 6 or more amber, you steal 1. That's its action. This one has an amber enhanced onto it. We got Wild Spirit. It's an upgrade with an amber that says this creature gains after reap capture 1. Is there anything crazy we could benefit from with that? I don't think there was in Mars. I mean, obviously capturing 1 is good, but yeah, I don't think there was anything crazy there. Dark Fairy is a 2-power mutant with Skirmish. After it fights, you gain 1, or gain 2 rather. We've got 2 of those. And a Dusk Witch. That's great. Dusk Witch is a 1-power human witch with Omega. So after you play it, you end the step, which means you can't play it and then play something else. It has Elusive, which is nice. And it says that friendly creatures enter play ready. That is amazing. So your opponent is probably going to try to kill her very quickly. We have Glimmer, who's a 1-power fairy with Alpha. And after you play it, you return a card from your discard pile to your hand. Sometimes you might Glimmer for Dusk Witch. There might be other good options too, like Mars first or something, or destroy them all if you really need it, or Obsidian Forge. I don't know. There are some options. Then we have a second Glimmer, cool. A third Glimmer, nice. 3 Glimmer might be a little too much, but I think it's still pretty good. I like it. Then we have a Gloriana's a Tenant, who's a 1-power mutant that enhanced with 2 ambers. We saw those, so it makes sense. And then lastly, we have They're Everywhere. This is an action with an amber that says play, deal 2 damage to each enemy flank creature, and then 1 to each enemy creature not on a flank. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, I like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It seems a little low on amber generation, but there is some cool utility in here. And if you can get the Dusk Witch to stick, boy, are you happy. The Mars becomes insane at that point, especially with the Crystal Hive. So that would be the dream. But yeah, seems interesting. I'm going to guess that this is going to come in at like 72 SAS. Let's see. Master Ozias Craon. $73, pretty close. I'm calling them. So yeah, there you go. That's a Vault Master deck. I think it looks fun to play. It's different. I like that it's different. Still don't think, and I have seen and played against some really good Vault Master decks, but I don't think the claim that they're too exclusive or something like that, it really holds water. They're just not good enough for that to be important. Cool. All right, that was it, and I hope they make more things like this. I don't think they have to be limited so much. But cool little uh, extra sets that have some, just reward people for showing up for things. I know not everybody can show up for things, and it's good there's a secondary market so that people who can't show up could still, get something. When they sell these things at Vault Tours, they don't sell you just one, they sell like four, which some people immediately turn around and sell. So, we just need more people to do that, and then everybody can get their hands on them. Yeah, potentially. This is a luxury hobby anyway. All right, cool. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed and that you'll get out there and forge some keys.